Welcome to That Ain't Meta Podcast. We've got Ding Donster, Bubba, Kuzbento, Avocado Canyon, and we're talking about every villain is lemons. Evil. Specifically the V. Villains.
Viagra.
Exactly.
Yeah. Huh?
They go hand in hand. But yeah, so what do you guys think makes a good villain?
Big pee-pee in it.
Honestly though, yeah. Honestly. Big dick energy does make good villains.
Yeah, the suavest.
Yeah.
They got that persuasion.
The persuasion.
They got level 10 in charm, bro.
Yeah, they got something to max it out. Yeah.
They got that magnificent energy.
Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, like the persuasive villain, the charismatic villain.
Yeah, look at Broly. Broly's very persuasive.
Yeah, look at Frieza.
Frieza's pretty charismatic.
Frieza's pretty big dick energy.
No.
You don't got it,
Frieza's
dude.
small as pee-pee. Big brain, small pee-pee.
Nobody Frieza gets blood on himself, licks the blood.
Bruce Lee did it.
I mean, Frieza's not Bruce Lee.
Yeah, best comparison.
That's my OTP.
Freeze Lee. Bruceiza.
Bruce.
Frieza, ew. Yeah, villains that are like the opposite of the antagonist, I find very interesting.
The antithesis.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love a good antithesis.
Antithesis.
Maleficent?
Ah!
Yeah, like Virgil, he's a good antithesis from Devil May Cry. He's the polar opposite of Dante, but he also has his own motivations.
Yeah, because he's blue.
Yeah, and Dante's red, and they make purple.
They fuse and they make purple.
No, it's red, blue, and then they make independent.
Don Turgel?
I think it's actually kind of interesting. Like they swapped the red's usually villain, blue's usually good.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, nah, let's do the reverse.
Yeah, it's an
We love color
interesting color scheme. Yeah.
I like big brain philosophical villains.
Yeah.
Ones with motivations beyond world domination and destroy all humans.
Yeah, like Eggman. He's big brain.
Not at all. Well, sometimes he's just like, I just want to do this. I don't want to do that. I'm talking about like Zahir from Korra and Ursula. She's kind of big brain.
She's
kind of crumped though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't call her philosophical
She-
either.
She gets her powers and gets stabbed by a boat.
Bro, she's philosophical. She has flotsam and jetsam.
Yeah, mama's little poopsies.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Senator Armstrong, he's pretty philosophical.
Oh.
You play college ball.
Yeah.
That's
And
why.
nanomachines and memes.
Nanomachine, son.
Nasty.
Dusting you off, bro. I could beat you up.
Because he makes you see the error of your ways, and you call him batshit insane.
You're finally seeing it.
But yeah, no,
I'm finally getting through to you.
he's interesting because he's like, what he's saying
He's Donald Trump.
kind of makes sense. Like, you can understand where he's coming from, and like the end goal makes sense, but everything in between it
not-
doesn't work.
Not good.
Yeah.
That looks like it's time for a promotion.
Bro. Cella's an interesting villain.
Shell's a beautiful villain.
He's
He's
the
above.
charismatic.
He's charismatic. He's also like
I'm perfect.
he's that villain
Oops, I
archetype
messed
where
up.
like he doesn't really have motivations.
Yeah, he just
He's
does things.
entertain me. Those are like sometimes the most dangerous villains because like they don't have like a cap.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
they're so
like-
strong that
yeah, like
they don't
it-
have to worry about anything.
Yeah, we love a flaming bug.
Yeah, that's another type of villain. The villains that are just strong, and that's kind of their sole reason for existing, is that they're just strong.
Hi,
Like-
Captain Marvel.
The gray dude.
Yeah. I'm
E.T.
strong.
Baldo.
That's my threat. I'm strong.
Popovich.
I mean, so is Broly.
But Broly's he's still a character. Jiren's really like my village got ransacked by an evil doer. That's taken straight from the subtitles. So I gotta train to become stronger. And that's Jiren's entire character.
I wake
arc.
up, I punch.
Yeah.
I sleep.
Yeah, he's like
I wake up and then
he's
I
the
sleep.
buff Shiva. He's like,
Yeah. Broly actually has a character. Like he's not evil.
He's not even a villain.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not even.
pre-movie was just
Okay.
anger. Post-movie,
Yeah.
now he's
Kakarot, I
Well,
want
well,
to sleep.
Original.
You cried, couldn't sleep. I'm gonna kill you
I mean,
now.
if I were Broly, I would have felt the same. I need my sleep, bro.
So dumb. Literally, like, you won't let me sleep, so I'm gonna fucking kill you.
He
What the
almost
fuck
did
is
it.
that?
The shit out of him, bro.
Yeah, he's cranky. You're
If
not
Goku
giving
didn't
me
have
sleep.
plot armor, he would have died.
Yeah, a lot of the
Yeah,
guys.
Bro, Goku literally said,
It's kind of like half the movie villains, though. Like, kind of smack them a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the Dragon Ball villains are just.
Janemba
I'm
hands
strong.
him his ass.
I like Janemba,
Hands him
though.
his ass on
He
a
only
silver
lived.
platter.
He only lived because he fused.
That's true. I mean, Android 13 messed Goku up.
Punched him in the
Oh.
balls.
He broke his testicle.
What a moment.
Broly broke his back.
Broly almost killed him.
Back to
Both versions.
back to villains.
The vacuum from Little Big Planet.
Yeah. What a compelling villain.
The purple vacuum.
Sucking out all your creativity.
The
That's kind
sun.
of scary, bro.
The
Imagine
sun.
not being able to think for
No,
yourself.
best
That's
protagonist,
philosophical.
the jalapeno.
Uncle Jalapeno?
Yes.
Uncle Jalapeno's a hero.
Yes, best protagonist. He
Oh
is
my
the
God.
protagonist.
That and the mechanic girl.
Oh god, little
Yeah,
baby.
my favorite villain is the red people from Patapon.
What about Sekiro?
Sekiro?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Souls games have interesting villains.
Isn't the villain just like?
Well, that's the thing. Like,
It depends on the
There's
ending.
multiple.
Yeah.
There's multiple facets. I like that. That's interesting. Where there's not one antagonist. There's multiple multiple parts of the machine.
You have the father. You have Genichiro. I wouldn't say the Saint is a villain because he's not. He doesn't want to kill you. It's just Genichiro said, "Hey."
He's kind of a villain.
No, he's not.
He was trying to kill you.
Well, yeah, because Genichiro summoned the power of him to be like, "Hey, I want you to kill Sekiro." So that actually wasn't the Saint. That was just the Saint doing his bidding.
The father.
That's
the
what
son,
it's
the
a
Holy
wish.
Spirit.
He summons him for a wish, so it's not actually him wanting to kill
He was
Sekiro.
and Tengu Boy.
Tengu boy.
Tengu.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
my
know.
Yeah,
favorite
Headless
Boy.
Ape is my favorite.
My
Headless
favorite
Ape.
villain is the Okami villain. Just Demon Lord.
I like Gwen. Gwen's
Don't
a
you
cool.
fight like God at the end of Okami or something?
You fight
that?
like the antithesis to God. You fight like the demon god.
Oh, yeah.
Orochi?
No. Because you fight like Orochi's like the first boss.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
or not
shoot.
the first one, but.
Well, like Orochi
So-
was like the big bad in Japanese mythology.
Well, like in Okami, spoilers, but Okami, you fight like these small bosses, and you fight Orochi, and you're like, oh, that's it, right? And it's like, no, Orochi's evil spreads to other things, and you fight those things.
So he's
But at the-
technically the big bad.
Kind of.
Kind of not really though.
Yeah, but not really though. 'Cause
Okami's
then-
like a story like that takes place in arcs.
Yeah, because then like at the end you fight like this like goldfish-looking thing that controls like
The
this
magical
robot.
carp?
It's weird.
It's very Japanese.
Yeah.
Magic carp?
And then like at the end, like Amaterasu just like ascends. She's like, I'm done being the dog.
She's like, you're welcome.
Bye. And then she goes, oh. And then somehow she has a child. I don't even know how that works.
Yeah.
Top 10 saddest anime deaths. Gwen, Lord of Cinder.
How do you feel
That's
like?
a tragic villain.
How do you feel like about
That's so tragic.
like underlying villains? Like
Underlying villains?
like playing puppeteer. Like let's take Naruto. Like you know what? I'm gonna just say this. Whatever we're talking about, it's gonna be spoilers galore. Listen,
Yeah.
but like with Naruto, it's just like, he's a villain.
No,
No,
he's the
wait!
villain.
No wait.
That's
It's just
kind of
like
the entire
layers.
Shippuden,
But
though.
but there's a lot of There's a lot of media that does that.
I
Take
think-
Asura's Wrath.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel about it?
I think it's very interesting when it's done right, because then you have a villain whose effects are felt throughout multiple things, and when in Naruto's case it's a little bit ridiculous because it's just like, this is the villain, no this is the villain, no this is the villain, but and like that's a little bit ridiculous. But when you have stuff like let's say, like imagine watching Avatar and like it turns out Azula was the main villain, like she was the big bad, but you never actually saw her. That would have been cool.
And he takes away her back.
Haha, I actually am the big bad. Oh, okay.
He goes
Just like, alright.
try.
Yeah, or I feel like Dio's kind of, or Dio's not an he's like an underlying villain in the fact that
He's an overarching villain.
he sets everything in motion, but it doesn't. He's not necessarily involved with everything.
Yeah, technically he's not insignificant in part 2.
But he's still the cause, because if it wasn't for Straits,
Oh yeah, I guess that's
Yeah.
true.
Gosh darn
The
straight.
echo effect. Yeah.
like literally all of like the rest of JoJo's is just an echo effect of Dio until
And then-
after part 6.
Part 6. Okay.
I mean, Ruby's kind of like that with like the Grim, because Ruby doesn't really have a big bad. Well, kind of. It's like they're like, oh, it's Cinder, and then you find out that Cinder works for other person that I won't name.
I'm gonna say, like, I genuinely don't like when the antagonist is just like a force.
Yeah, like Team Rocket.
No, not like that. Like, I mean, like,
It's
let's
just
take Evangelion, like, for example. I'm not saying Evangelion's bad. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, don't be Twitter. Don't be have
But
hot takes.
but like, I hate when it's just like things. It's just it's a constant. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, there's a lot of anime that do that.
Yeah.
They're just like creatures come out of like a different dimension, and it's just like like it's hard to get invested in a force like that.
Well, that's like the kind of villain of the week thing.
I guess, yeah.
Power Rangers. It's kind of boring.
I like Rita though. And Lord Zed. What is that kind of slap?
She was really going off in her acting. She was like, I'll get you next time. I was like, okay.
But it's memorable.
Yeah,
That's because that was Japanese footage.
I know.
There was never an English Rita.
It was really funny.
That's what's funny about it.
Yeah, like SpongeBob, the overarching villain.
Plankton.
Oh.
Plankton. Yes.
Plankton's actually not a bad villain. He's got some.
He's gotten pretty close a lot of times.
Yeah.
Shia Kazim.
He's also funny.
Yeah, he's funny, but you get to see him when he's down in the dumps.
Yeah, so he's relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he has a waifu, Karen.
He's human, except he's plankton. But you know.
He made a robotic
Holographic
waifu. He's
Meatloaf.
basically dating Miku.
Yo,
He made a Vocaloid.
That's true.
he's this generation.
Headcanon. Plankton
He was
made
ahead
a
of his.
Vocaloid.
Plankton was ahead of his time. I
Exactly.
should know about that. I like the like. See, since we talked about like force, but like I like a force of nature, like an individual who's just like he's so impending and so like you also can't predict what they're gonna do because they're doing things on a whim. They're doing these because they feel like it. They're emotion driven. Those are like
Government crybaby.
those are some of the scariest
Like
villains.
Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy.
Or like Sephiroth. Like take Sephiroth for example. Like he's just like he's a force. Like, even like just killing him was kind of a Deus Ex Machina. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like he was almost unbeatable because of like how he operated. He was just kind of like I am God.
Yeah, he simmed for
That's
his
it.
mom so hard that he ascended to God.
See,
said,
that's a lesson to all you
He
kids.
said, "Mommy, please, can I be a god now?" And she was like, "Fine."
Yo, that Oedipus Rex complex
Yeah.
cranked up to 15.
And his real mom is like, "What is he doing?" And he's like, "Oh, it's fine, I swear."
But those kind of villains are very interesting, just because like
Kill them all.
like
take them.
it's less now. There's less relatable and more like threat. Like they're really a big bad. Like they can destroy everything, but you don't know when. Like that those kind of villains are really cool.
What's with villains
Yeah,
being
the
sims for their
stakes.
parents? Why is that such a common?
I think Oedipus. It's
Daddy
probably, I think
issues,
where it like
mommy issues.
came from.
Pretty much.
Oh.
You
bro.
also got tragic villains.
Gwen.
Gwen's a tragic
And
villain.
Balder from Bayonetta.
Man, we've been robbed in the Dark Souls community. We've never gotten a DLC or anything to fight Gwen at full power. That's my only dream.
Nah,
Do you want
fight-
DLC to play as Gwen?
Fight Solaire! He'll sun salutation you. You'll die immediately.
Salute the sun.
He'll go. And you'll die.
Praise it to my
Oh
lord.
yeah, tragic villains are always really interesting. Like like Full Metal Alchemist and
No one Crybaby has a tragic
I
villain.
don't know about that. He kind of like wants the world to end, and then he like actually does
That's
it.
not
and he's like,
tragic.
oops, I made
That's
a
just-
mistake.
Impending doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still sad.
He never learns from his mistake.
I feel bad about the world around him.
Nah, I don't feel bad for him.
I feel bad for him.
No!
'Cause, like-
he kind of deserves it though.
Well, yeah, but like the thing is like if he were to actually
just learn.
just learn, it would all
But that's
be
his fault.
okay.
But he never
So-
remembers, so.
But that's kind of the tragic
He's like,
part.
I'm gay for you, Akira. Oops, I'm not gay for you. Wait, I am. I'm sorry.
Oh
take
wait,
it
you're
back.
dead. Shit.
Exactly, that's literally what happens.
Yeah, I know. Like, I guess like the relatable villains are really cool. Like the ones that are like, they're built up, and then like they break down near the end. Like,
Break down.
I guess like
break
Azula's
down.
kind of like the
Yeah.
thing that first comes to mind. It's like, oh, like that's such an compelling villain. You're like, oh, ow, wait, hold on.
No, I look at Joker and I see, yeah.
What the heck?
Joker is not a feel bad villain.
Not comic.
I don't feel
The-
bad for
the
him
movie
at all.
Joker.
Movie Joker.
Well,
Yeah,
I guess yeah.
Ew,
Movie
we live in a
Joker.
society.
Yes.
Ew, not that one.
What do you mean ill, not that one? That one won a Grammy, my dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't think
That was
it's
a pretty
a
good
Grammy.
Joker. I like the villains that are kind of like, or they're like the villains, but they're not as Zangief and Wreck-It Ralph put it. You're a bad guy, but you were not a bad guy. You know,
Yeah.
like the boss in Metal Gear Solid 3. She's the villain, but she's
She's the antagonist, but not the villain.
exactly.
Yeah. No, like I guess that bleeds into like the philosophical side. It's like doing what you believe is right, even though it might not be perceived as everyone else. But you're like, no, y'all don't see why it's right.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you. And sometimes, like when they're charismatic and they're persuasive, you as a viewer, you kind of see like, oh, wait a second, hold
Yeah.
on, that makes sense.
And most of the villains in
Oh,
Metal Gear
like
Solid.
Kill la Kill. Natsuki? Is that her name? I don't remember.
Natsuki!
Stop that. You stop that right now.
She ain't even an antagonist.
She is the antagonist though for like half the series, and then she's like, "I'm your sister. Also, our mom's evil. Oh, she's just gonna make the whole world be covered in fabric. So let's work together."
I don't remember this from Doki Doki.
No, you just stop.
Ugh.
And then she's like, "Oops, sorry. Maybe I'll help you."
That's like that. I guess that's the underlying villain, kind of done well. I don't know.
Kill la Kill
I
slaps.
think it's just because it's done so much that I kind of like grow bored of the idea of like, oh yeah, someone's running from behind the scenes.
Nah, bro. You shot from Modern Warfare 2.
Ew! Ew!
Bro, you killed the goat. No sense, bro.
Disgusting.
So sad.
That actually was pretty sad.
It was done really well.
Sans Undertale.
Ew! Wow.
Oh, Handsome Jack! How could we forget about like one of the most iconic
Oh yeah,
video
like,
game
again, like
villains?
that's
That's
like
the
under
charismatic.
the charismatic, but also like kind of like unhinged, crazy
Yeah.
kind of dynamic.
I mean, he has literally a fake face on him.
Yeah, he's
I
pretty
don't know.
great.
A little
He's
bit
out there.
nasty.
And then he also hired a double that looked exactly like him.
Who was a
Just
college
like him
student,
for college.
You know?
so
to
yeah, like
pay for college.
the unpredictability part makes the villain fun. You're like,
my favorite unpredictable
Yeah.
villain is May from Overwatch. My favorite unpredictable
She
villain.
freezes you and looks you in the eye. She
When will she
impales
do
your
it?
face
And
with
she
an
shoots
icicle.
you in the face with an icicle that impales your brain.
ew.
Chill out.
Chiloiva, mate. Chiloiva.
Nah, like villains are interesting just because like there's not one way to do them right.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? There's just ways that fit certain settings
Mm-hmm.
and certain scenarios. But like I guess the I think something that's integral for being like a proper villain though, is just. I feel like the dynamic between them and the protagonist needs to be like well written. You know?
Yeah, because it's boring. There's nothing worse than having a villain, and the main character just like, we need to stop him because he's bad, and like that's the only reason they fight.
Proof the hero loves the villain, and that's my favorite dynamic.
I actually kind of like that.
It's really
though.
spicy. Oh, the ship. Doofenperry. Perry.
You know the most.
Doofenairy?
You know the most tragic. The most that dynamic is the most tragic when at the end, no one turns,
Yeah.
and they have to like the love is there, but then they have to cancel each other out. It's like
Yeah,
that's.
cancel culture. 2020 cancel culture.
I guess you could like talk about like S-Death and what's his boy face in Atomic Reveal.
That anime shooketh me to the core. That manga was better though.
Oh yes, but
But in the
we don't
anime,
talk about
I guess yeah. She's like,
it's just like.
I love you. And he's like, ew.
I mean, he was kind of feeling her a little bit on the island.
Yeah,
And then it's like, oh man, like this sucks because you're literally a piece of shit. So
And then he was like, Akame, come here.
and then he didn't get with her. Yeah, okay, let's not talk about the romance in that. It's a little.
This is a villain's time, not romance time.
But the romance
Villains
dynamic
can
added.
involve romance.
No.
That's I feel like that's some of the most interesting though, because then you're like, oh man, it kind of shows the human side of the villain, but it doesn't cancel out the bad. It's still there.
They don't have time for human needs.
Human Annie?
Yes, they hootenanny.
The hootenanny.
The Human
Nannies.
Annie?
Yeah, Elmer Fudd. The
Ew.
most tragic villain.
Yeah,
of all
best
time.
shit, Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd.
Ew.
Bugs Fudd.
Yeah, the bugs from Meat Canyon video. Yeah.
The
Going.
bug and the cricket from Bugs Life.
A double wide.
Bugs Life villain, best villain.
Oh no.
Disney villains are a whole like that campy villain. That's a whole other thing.
I love campy villains. That's wonderful.
I like Scar. He's a good camp villain.
Nobody. Cinderella's evil stepmom.
Okay, no.
It's
All
just
Disney villains
bitchy.
suck.
One note.
She's like,
I'm an evil queen.
but like,
Maleficent kind of slapped though.
the
Loves
evil,
is cool.
The evil queen's
But
kind
that movie
she's
is
kind
kinda
of fierce
boring.
though.
Oh yeah, Sleeping Beauty is boring.
I put her to sleep.
Villain. She's like the best part about that movie.
That's another podcast topic. We'll like go and like through each movie and like be like, yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, Queen of Hearts. Off with her head.
She was one of those out there villains. She's
Yeah.
kind of fun.
Is there a villain in Winnie the Pooh?
The bees.
The Heffalumps.
Jeez, they're not villains.
Yeah, they're technically because they're imaginary.
The Heartless.
Ah!
Kings
The
of
bees. Because they try to get the honey.
That's
and
what I
the bees
said.
sting them.
I
You're
was
right.
like, Cobb, no.
It's.
pollinated your mother.
Oh. Oh yeah, we get to about Kingdom Hearts. Xehanort. Yikes. Xehanort's like,
Xehanort's
he
weird.
got-
I'm gonna be honest. They ruined him as a villain at the end.
he's
Yeah.
been ruined, bitch.
Because they tried to redeem it. Was like such a half-assed redemption.
He didn't need redemption.
Yeah.
That wasn't necessary. He
was
was
like-
just bad.
He was like, surprise, I played you, Sora. I'm the good guy. Clowning on you.
You're the bad guy.
Got him. That's
Imagine.
basically what Nomura tried to pull.
I mean, we don't know if that's what's happening.
Yeah. I mean, then we also got Master of Masters, but nobody knows what his deal is
I'm
yet.
kind of a villain, but I'm
Nobody-
also campy. So
Nobody him in Japan making
Um,
a heart out of the
Xemnas was a pretty tragic villain
Yeah.
Zem?
because
Who?
well, I think the nobodies in general were pretty tragic villains.
Will
Just
hearts
'cause-
ever find a purpose?
Well, yeah, it's just because they're like literally trying to emanate emotions. So like, okay, no, they're tragic villains in the setting that Kingdom Hearts 2 was in.
Yes.
Then they revealed that they were actually starting to feel shit. So then,
See, but like, the whole Let me not, because
Yeah,
that's
that-
Kingdom Hearts rank.
Kingdom Hearts needs its own episode as well. That's because that's a whole thing.
We fake emotions, even though I cry. So how am I faking crying? Anyways, let me not. Let me not. I hate it there.
There's a lot, yeah. And some. Was
Wash.
okay.
He was
He was
just
alright.
dark.
He was okay. Yeah, I didn't know. He was pretty one note as a
Yeah.
villain.
He was just spoiler alert. He was just, trying to live his life as a person and who's not supposed to be in that body.
Yeah.
See, Kingdom Hearts got too complicated because it was like, oh yeah, I'm Xehanort in this body who has a nobody who
But
is
technically, I have my own personality.
exactly
and
who's
it's
a
like-
separate part, and I'm like,
That's when you just tried to do too much with the villain, and then it became convoluted.
yeah, Riku was at one point technically a villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was done pretty decently though. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, I liked Riku's character arc in 1. People call him like whiny bitch and big dick. I don't understand why he's doing this, but like in his shoes, just lost your entire like world, came back trying to find this girl. Hey, there's my friend. Oh, he's literally dicking around with a talking dog and duck, and he's like, why are you doing this right now? Like we need to find our friend. And like the jealousy and like he's still a kid. I feel like that makes sense.
He has big Arthur Fist meme energy. Don't touch my stuff. That's his energy.
Oh, but yeah.
Arthur's the villain in Arthur.
Nah,
kills
DW is the villain.
He
now.
smacks him.
I don't know, man.
Is that all we have for villain? What else are we gonna talk about?
Cryptidios.
That's our other topic.
No.
Cryptids.
The man,
The race?
the man, the myth, the
listen.
legend, the villain from Uncharted
Okay.
4.
I know it's gonna sound silly,
Pizza.
but I like believing in a world that cryptids do exist because it's interesting. It's fun.
Yeah,
Bro,
Siren
can
Head?
I ride on a chupacabra?
Can I ride on Siren Head?
Like sometimes you ever go down the rabbit hole of watching YouTube videos about cryptids and like kind of like all these facts and like the studies that go into it and cryptozoology and like
Yeah, dude,
It's kinda
I would
fun.
want a rake staring at me while I sleep.
he ain't no cryptid.
That's
Creepypastas.
a creepypasta.
Creepypastas don't count because they're
Nah,
bullshit.
it's the same thing.
No.
I mean, some people do believe Slenderman exists. To the point where he might as well be a cryptid.
But the thing is, you can pinpoint the creation of the tale from some.
But will that stop?
No, you're wrong. I saw him in the woods.
Stuff like the New Jersey Devil and stuff has a pinpoint like origin.
Really?
Yeah. It was made up. To like their
It's a
mascot.
folk tale.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like the Loch Ness monster existing or Bigfoot existing. Because
Sasquatch.
Because I think like the allure of cryptids is like, oh, the world's not one note.
Yeah.
We're not the only ones here, and it's interesting that way. So, like sometimes I let myself go down the rabbit hole and like watch videos like and it's like stuff about Cthulhu and shit.
Cthulhu
like,
lives in the water that we haven't explored yet.
Cthulhu lives in the people that follow him.
it's like sometimes it's like you'll scare yourself like going down these rabbit holes though, and like you'll be like start convincing yourself like, oh shit, this is happening. But then it's not.
It'd be kind of scary if you're just walking around the forest and you just see Bigfoot. Like what?
Bro, he vibe. He gets beef jerky.
Yo, you.
He gets beef jerky.
Okay, but there's
The
that.
idea is very terrifying.
Yeah,
though. Like
'cause
just like
it's-
straight pitch black eyes, just like looking at you, and just being like
I'd be like,
that's terrifying.
What if
It's also
Fortnite
like
dances
7,
on
8
us?
foot tall.
What
Yeah,
if Fortnite dances on you?
Imagine,
That's his way of
all he
breathing.
That's the
does.
most terrifying thing, bro. Default dancing.
What if the Bigfoot plays Fortnite? What if he streams Fortnite?
Yeah, what if he has his own channel?
Oh, you know that advertisement where it's the mama Bigfoot and she's washing the laundry?
For the purple mattress.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro,
That's
Sasquatch.
exactly how they
Sasquatch.
live.
That's
bro.
why she exists.
He does
Sasquatch
exist.
He's got DJ equipment out in the world.
I mean, technically, like, the U.S. government kind of confirmed that aliens exist. They just, like, did it so low-key.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
like-
Aliens are different. That's like
But they are technically part of the.
I want to
cryptid
see
scene.
Howard right
Because
now.
you can't prove that they exist.
Imagine.
But, like, that changed, kind of.
See, yeah, but like then you go down that rabbit hole of
what
The
kind
pyramids?
of aliens would it be?
oh yeah, in the pyramids, and
Pyramid
like
heads.
reading back and like looking at like script and like certain art forms, and you're like, huh, this could kind of be
dog-faced
them.
aliens.
Like, what if aliens were present in past civilizations as gods, and that was their conception?
What if
Like
we're
that?
the
That is
ant
such an
farm
interesting.
And then they
aliens?
left because we were no longer worthy, which I understand.
I felt that. That's big
It's an
energy.
interesting
Big
idea.
human
It is a really
energy.
interesting idea going, but like it's also a huge rabbit hole.
They looked at us and said, disgusting.
Said, ew, get that Fortnite shit out of here.
Yeah, what if they invented Fortnite? That's the secret.
I remember when I was a kid, I was like, I want to be a cryptozoologist. And then as I got older, I was like, you know, that's a good way to not make any money.
It's the way that people look at you and laugh at you.
Like the vampire
I
study.
wonder if there's actually, I know it is like,
Vampires exist though. It's just not in the way that you think.
yeah, but like I know
Yeah,
like
different.
cryptozoology is an actual field you can like get into, but like how does it work? If anybody out there's a
You get
cryptozoologist,
paid.
Just
Like,
like-
you do get paid.
You write
So,
a lot. I think.
Probably,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
That's
write a
just
lot.
all it is.
Well, that's
do
just
a
what
lot of
science
field
is,
research,
though,
probably.
yeah.
Lots of field research.
Bro, what you know would be awesome, like living in a world like that anime I was talking to Kuzbento about one time, where like these creatures like and monsters exist in our world, but like the tales that like the stories and the scary stories of them are just overinflated.
Mm-hmm.
They vibe
And
with us.
they're kind of just like pseudo humans, just with quirks. Like yeah, like take vampires in the anime setting. It's like they're just they're sensitive to light, but like they can go outside, but like they burn easily because the pigment in their skin is just lighter, and like they like the idea of blood and like the taste or whatever. But it's not like a source that they need, and they don't go out of their way to fight other people. That concept is very interesting to me. It's just because like normalizing monsters and like an idea of a world like that. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, Frankenstein is just a regular human that's so ugly.
I don't know about that. Frankenstein's an amalgamation of dead people. That's
Frankenstein
kinda
is
messed
the
up.
scientist.
You know what I mean.
You're talking about Frankenstein's monster.
Don't get Twitter on me.
Or a Doulahan.
A Doulahan?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's what the headless horseman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That concept's
You know
pretty.
what'd be fun?
Hmm.
Pokemon, but with cryptids.
That Pokemon are cryptid.
I mean, some of them are based on.
Yeah.
Pokemon are
Like,
scary.
you
I do
go
not
out
want
and
that.
just
Straight up.
catch Bigfoot.
Just catch Chupacabra. Chupacabra versus Bigfoot.
Fucking ghastly. That's so scary. Ghost Pokemon are scary. Dusknoir fucking takes you to the underworld. I'm good, bro. I'm real good. Like, if you don't have a Pokemon, you just get smacked. You get
Yeah.
smacked. You get
Oh,
mugged
but-
by a Pokemon.
My favorite idea of like of a cryptid existing is like those packs of literal like brachiosaurus that live in Africa.
Yeah, and they're just vibing. Nobody ever sees.
Nobody's I've ever seen them.
It's just that concept is funny to me.
How do
Nah,
you
bro,
not
they
see a
dance.
giant
Stealthy
dinosaur?
brachiosaurus.
They just
They
go.
be dancing.
I like the idea of the Loch Ness monster still existing.
Yeah, but see, okay.
It would've
I
been
know
bad,
it's
though.
like it's not very feasible.
What are
Yeah.
they eating?
What is the okay? What would be the scariest cryptid to encounter in real life?
The Chupacabra.
Yeah, probably.
But it'd be tiny. It's tiny.
It's still scary.
Yeah,
as
it's like
fuck.
a
Is it?
wolf thing.
Okay, but you're telling me if you're like, let's say if you're swimming in Lake Loch Ness, right? And you're
Yeah.
underwater,
But it's a
and you see this-
plesiosaur.
you see a dinosaur. That's not scary, and
Plesiosaur.
it's trying to eat you.
But they vibe. They don't eat you.
They're at carnivores.
They're omnivores. Just give them a leaf.
That's not. That's
They'll eat both you and the leaf.
yeah, they'll be like, sandwich.
Yeah, but then you touch it, and then it's actually wood. You
No.
played yourself.
It's not like that Nessie movie or whatever. It's Water Horse. Yeah, not like
But
that.
what if you touch it and it's just a bunch of seahorses together? That's-
it's just a lot.
the Loch
It's
Ness-
a substitution jutsu.
You're the Loch Ness monster. You look at yourself and you're like, I am the Loch Ness
Yeah,
monster.
no, dude, the idea of dinosaurs existing is scary.
I mean, I would love for that to be true,
I
but like
don't.
birds are just dinosaurs with feathers.
Well, yeah, but they're like birds are really like good predators.
Birds.
So you know,
Imagine bigger bird.
big birds.
Big bird.
Yo, the Thunderbird?
Bro,
That's
that's
a
a
scary
conspiracy
bird.
theory. Big
Yeah.
Bird's actually real. He just
It
pretends to
picks
have
you
a
up,
human
bro.
inside of him. That's the big brain. Big bird's actually the next evolutionary unit for birds.
Okay.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
What are other cryptids?
The Jersey Devil would be pretty scary.
Yeah.
Bruh.
A walking
You remember that
thing
show
with
Lost
goat-
Tapes?
Lost tape.
You remember that? With the cryptids on? Oh, see, that's terrifying.
Jersey Devil swooping in the woods, take you goodbye.
But it only lives in Jersey. Just don't be in Jersey.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah, that's easy. Easy.
Easy counter.
Just don't live there.
Just don't live there.
Yeah.
But what if you want to hunt it, bro?
Oof.
The
Mm.
Yeti's
See,
pretty
the
scary,
secret
bro.
is in
Yeah.
Florida.
It's also
everyone's a
pretty much
cryptid.
like an inhabitable
That's
place.
the secret. Everyone's a cryptid in Florida. Period.
Jerk.
Got skunk cape in Florida.
Oh my god, I forgot that existed.
Yeah.
Glad we own that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's crackhead over here. Big crackhead energy.
Everybody's a skunk cape.
Bro, people be eating people's faces because of bath salts here. Bitch,
Yeah.
they are cryptids.
I mean, yeah.
Florida
Yeah,
man is a cryptid.
You are the
Would
cryptid.
dragons be considered?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there are people that believe that they actually existed at some point.
Yes, it would be. Especially for like Chinese mythology.
Oh, that's so cool.
Ao
man.
Kwang!
Ah,
I'll take it by storm!
I like the idea of like Chinese dragons.
I'm vibing with Chinese dragons, they're cool. I don't vibe with European dragons.
They're angry all the time.
They're lame. They're just like, I have 6 arms, but one of my 2 arms are wings. That's literally it. Like, how would a creature evolve like that?
Don't worry about it.
Mm.
You're like,
Pterodactyl did the fusion dance with the T-Rex.
yeah. They went, fusion!
I have this tiny arms I can't reach, bro.
That's like if humans evolved 4 arms, but then we were like, I want to fly. So
Forearms?
No, like 4 arms. But one of our arms, we were like, I want to fly.
Yeah, so you have 3 arms and 1 wing.
So we have like webbed. That's what bat wings are. They're just fingers with a lot of skin. That's so nasty though. Imagine just being a bat. And
Ow,
your
paper
fingers
cut!
are wings.
That would
Oh.
suck.
Oh, you know what I like? I like the story. Well, this is kind of off topic, but I like the stories that like try to explain, like back in the day, why animals looked that certain way. Like it was very cool.
What do you mean?
Like I remember there was a tale like why like a bat like why bats don't have like a migration pattern like birds. Like obviously we know why because they're mammals. But it's interesting.
Man,
And
Monsters?
you do
Monsters Inc.
that
Silly.
concept is very interesting.
Monsters Inc. is a cryptid.
Monsters Inc. would be terrifying if it was real. Imagine just being a kid and you get scared every day.
Hey, but
and
at the
no one,
end, they make you laugh.
but no one believes you. If you were born in Boo's generation, bitch, you got scared like every day.
Oh yeah, each generation, bro.
He'd be like, I sleep. Nobody. Boo! And then you freaking like tell your parents, they're like,
It's okay.
You're like, but it's not okay.
That would drive
That's
you
like,
insane.
bro, that's like Freddy shit right there. I
That
don't fuck
is
with Freddy.
Yeah. I feel like there should be more creature feature movies.
I like
What is that one Guillermo del Toro movie?
The
Which
Labyrinth?
one?
The one with the fish man and she smashes the fish.
Oh yeah.
That one.
That
Like
was
fish
so funny.
out of water.
She really said, I guess it's fishy up in
What a
here.
modern movie about a kappa.
That'd be
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, and someone smashes the kappa.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Drowns them in
The-
the smash.
The love of cucumbers.
Mm. Yeah, you start finding cucumbers around your pond.
They're like, I'll eat your cucumber.
Oof.
Kappas are disgusting though. They really just, they fist you and take your soul out of your ass. Could you imagine that?
This face terrifying.
They
bro.
literally go,
Yeah, they drag you to the depths and go.
ancient Japanese people really put shit in their buttholes to not get fisted by kappas. Can you believe
It's
that?
pretty epic.
You're just vibing by the river and some kappa's just like, you're straight up just going up in
Yeah,
there.
they're skinny cells. Ew.
Oh, no. What if it's Kuzenbo himself?
Big kappa.
Yikes.
Do not see these guns.
That's why he's so muscly. He fists people every day. That's his daily workout regimen.
Macaroni.
But Kappa's big weakness is you just go, oh, and then they're forced to bow because they're really
Yeah,
respectful.
and that's like his goes. Oh,
Yeah.
that was back.
And then if they don't have water in their bowl, they like die. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink it.
You just yeah, you're gonna bendy stuff.
You jump on them.
Ew, what would Kappa water taste like?
Probably
Turtle
Like-
soup.
dirty pond water.
Yeah.
Ew.
No thanks.
What if they got shit living in their bowl head?
Just, I will take the amoebas. I want to kill you.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. This is a cool thing to discuss since we're on the topic of monsters, cryptids, all that. Willing to smash monsters.
No, I'm not a monster fucker.
No, well, there's certain monsters.
But what are we deeming as a monster?
Succubi.
Because people could call that a monster.
Yes,
yes, it
that's
is.
technically anything that isn't human. Technically, I mean,
Inhuman.
like that anime. Dang, what is it called? That
Mon-
it was
monster something.
It was controversial. No.
Goblin Slayer?
Oh.
I was like, that's controversial.
Where they literally went to brothels and were paid to review
Something for viewers.
something reviewers.
Oh,
It's basically that concept.
that's tragic. I wouldn't
But
smash
it
once.
listen, as degenerate as that anime was, it was an interesting concept. Like I was like, oh, but like, what if everything? I guess that's like saying everything is humanoid too. I guess. Like
Or-
if everything was humanoid, willing and not willing,
I mean, look At
romantic. Let's just keep it romantic. I
No.
guess.
Loki. I mean, look at Loki. He fucked a wolf.
No.
Had a wolf son.
Sure, if it's romantic,
Just from like, I mean,
there's like that commercial. It's like a weird Korean commercial where this guy like is haunted by the girl from The Ring,
That's
and
cute.
is like, you know what, I can't kill you, so I'm just gonna romance you. And it's just like this weird TV commercial or something. But I think that'd be kind of interesting.
Ringu-chan?
Like she's there to kill you, and you're like, I'm gonna show you the love you never had.
It stinks though that because she's a spirit, so
Yeah.
like there's no.
She's also like raw
Sadako.
hair. Like that's nasty. Her hair
You
has
just
been
give
that
her a
well for
haircut.
like.
I mean, she's technically like a zombie, which is
No,
Miss
wait a
Bud.
second.
Dead.
Yeah, I see. I would draw the line at undead.
Stanky and fishy, stanky and fishy.
Well, yeah, because they would basically smell like decay. That's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give him a good shower.
That's how.
That's not how that works.
That's how it works.
A little bit of skin falls
It
off.
doesn't
It's
make
fine.
it doesn't make the dead cells.
What
go
they got?
away.
Ew, what if they got like worms up in there?
But I feel
Ew.
like she'd make a good waifu, despite all that.
I disagree.
Side
I mean, it would suck, but it's better than her like killing you.
I'd rather die.
Wow.
First of all, there's two things wrong there. She's a girl and undead. Bye. Bitch bye.
But you're not smashing. You're just waifu.
No. I want a husbando. I don't want to be tied
What
to
if-
some dead
what if
girl's
his name-
trauma.
What if it was like Sadakayo? I don't know.
Even no. Yeah. What if it's the little brother that goes meow?
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's from The Grudge.
No.
Okay.
What if it was a man and it was buff?
No. Still no.
What if it's Gladio?
Still
But he's a
no.
zombie.
I don't want dead people trauma.
Yeah, see, I personally
speak
would draw
for
the
dead
line that
people.
if they're dead, then it's probably not gonna happen.
No. There's no blood in them. Bitch, you know what that means?
I said you're not smashing.
How about a cyclops?
Your husband.
Cyclops. I mean,
But they're like normal, like proportional.
yeah, not like the smell.
like Leela.
Technically, yes.
Fry said.
Technically, yeah. Would you mind?
I feel like in real life.
Half of their forehead would be an eye.
See, but here's the thing. Cyclops' eyes also vary in size. So what if we're on the smaller end?
What if it's on the size of a button? That looks so
No, okay,
ugly.
no, but they're not that small.
But like the amount of forehead ratio to eye ratio.
It would be bizarre, but I think I could look
If
past
they're
it.
cute and
I
like,
can't.
and if they're nice, I think I'd be
can't.
willing.
I can't, no.
If they're a cool person,
What about a goblin girl?
A goblin. Or a goblin guy.
Or a goblin
they shower.
Wow.
yeah.
It's very
I think-
goblin
I
of
think-
you.
Listen though,
Are they tall? Are
guy.
they
No,
short?
they're short.
They're gonna have teeths. They're gonna probably be hunchback.
The
And they're gonna be ugly.
They're snowed.
Without a doubt.
You haven't seen the hentai fight goblins.
That's a different story. That's made to be sexualized.
How about Oni?
Oni? A
If
demon?
it's the hentai onis, then sure.
I'll take the Oni from DVD.
Very masculine.
I'll be like, I'm ready.
The mask doesn't come off though.
I'll be okay with that.
Okay.
I mean, yeah,
In-
you're talking about
okay,
a giant guard
Let's
dog.
let's say they, but like I guess they're more humanized. Let's like put them in anime,
So like,
and that's how they look.
So
I already
like a
said yes to
goblin,
Oni.
It would just be like a short girl
But like
with green
sharp,
skin.
sharp teeth probably. Like at least they probably have fangs of some sort. Same with Oni.
If I get big buff,
They and the
orc,
onis would have a horn.
if I get
Well,
big
they
buff,
only would
orc,
have a horn. That'd be the most prominent one.
I'll take orc.
Kage.
Orc.
Yeah,
You want a big orc?
yeah, yeah. I do.
Big buff green man.
Yes.
Show Shrek.
I would love that.
I would love
I would love that. Shrek sounds lovely.
Ogre and Oni kind of like.
Yeah.
Shrek cares for Fiona.
I think-
Get you a man
I would
like
be willing.
Shrek.
I'd be willing.
That's true.
Shrek is
Female
a
ogre,
loving
not bad.
husband.
Ogre better than goblin.
But it'd be like muscular thick, which is.
Exactly.
Fiona's a baddie though.
I think if reptilian is also the part where I'm like,
Ugh.
Ugh.
I'm like that's my line.
Scales.
Scales can get a little like you cut
You're
yourself
entering
all
furry.
up, but just trying to cut them.
They
You
also
are
got
entering
their.
furry.
They got those two eyelids.
Plus they'd be. Oh
Alright,
yeah.
I'm done. I'm out of this.
No, you're not, bro.
You don't get to yeet out of
But
here.
you're
Like
not,
in
they're
your
cold.
bubba.
They're cold blooded too.
Absolutely.
So
If it's cold, they die. No, I'm kidding. Obviously.
yeah, had to be hot the whole time in the house, man.
No, they would
Ugh.
just need constant cuddles.
But they're sharp.
Not
Yeah.
necessarily.
I'm done.
If
This
you're
is furry
careful.
territory. I'm out.
You don't get to yeet out of here. What if we have
No.
furry fans? Let them live their fantasy.
Alright, they can, but I'm not gonna live for them.
That's
Let
true.
them live their life. Listen, you don't have to be afraid to consider romance, bro. If they're trying to sleep.
He doesn't get it no more.
He doesn't get it.
All right.
Exactly.
Would everything that's like
So now we're just not talking about romance. We're talking about the whole package.
I mean, if you're gonna,
Live your life.
yeah, you know,
We're-
just in
none
case.
of us are asexual, so it's gonna be something. It's
Yeah.
gonna have to be there.
In this hypothetical world where that would work,
So yeah, so if it's like, let's say a lamia, a snake girl.
I don't think.
But like-
I don't
but-
think. See, but that's where I think the biology wouldn't work.
Well, okay, but no, but like imagine it's like she
It
has
has to be
legs,
like a
though,
Naruto snake
but
person.
she's still like
Yeah.
covered in scales.
No.
Ew,
mostly, but, like, the
Orochimaru.
only thing that's
Ew.
important is not covered in scales.
I still think.
No.
Listen, I'm gonna have my preferences,
going
and
back
I
to
don't
sleep,
mean like I'm
y'all.
not prejudiced. You're not a bad person because you have skills. I just can't do skills.
Yeah, big Orochimaru vibes. You know?
No, that's completely different. He's gross.
He's a Visco girl.
See, now we're going into monster Musume territory.
Pretty
But see,
much.
no, but anything that's part mammal, that's it.
So like,
Jotaro has been woken.
So, like-
Dolphins.
lichens though. You would smash a lichen?
They want a wolf face,
Yeah, as long as they're not wolf face.
then
You like a little bit of ooh? A
they
little
seem
bit of
they'd be kind of wild. They'd be kind of like going with the flow, kind of. Yeah, I
And they'd
think
be
I.
really cozy.
They'd be really cozy.
Maybe that's a negative for me though, cause like I get really, really warm really quick.
Me too.
I would.
You know
A
what?
snow woman.
A snow
Yes!
A Yeti
woman? That's a
woman?
thing.
That's a thing in Japanese culture.
That shit's
Oh, that's what
cold.
Jinx based off of.
Yeah. They like they like walk through blizzards or whatever.
Yeah, they vibe. It's really help people.
Interesting.
Bro, they're cold.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I love the cold,
Me too.
especially when I sleep.
Me too.
I want some.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Yeah, I think that
I
might be
want
my
the sun.
that might be my top. I
I
think
disagree.
not for me. Do you like a slime woman?
No, I don't.
Or man?
I don't like slime things. That's so weird.
See,
I
It
hate the
wouldn't be a
consistency.
person. You
Interesting.
can't put a
But no,
slime
but
in a person.
it has a conscience.
yeah, it has a shape.
And it shapes itself into a humanoid shape.
yeah.
No, it's just a blob.
Some people like blobs. Stop be. It's the life
Like
we live.
smashing wouldn't be as.
They can be any shape you
It's just a
want.
gelatinous thing.
So, they
that
can
you
be
pull.
any shape you want.
I mean,
There's no grip though, cause
not to be that person, but like that
That's true, there
texture
wouldn't-
already exists in the world. If you get what I'm saying, if you get what I'm throwing down, there's
Yeah.
things in the world that basically are like fucking a slime.
yeah,
But, like-
Jello.
No, you
Yeah, Jello in a sock.
you
Yeah.
get, yeah. Let's just say it's like a flashlight, but you change one of the letters of a flashlight. There you go.
See, but
That's,
that's
not slime though. That's.
But like
but kinda
the kind, you get
because
what
it
I'm-
can kind of constitute and
Exactly.
like harden.
Exactly.
That's true.
They were
That'd be
chill. They
interesting.
were nice. I feel like I would go on a date.
I just-
you know?
Bro, all your fucking things on in your place would be covered in slime. You gotta wash that
No,
shit.
that's not how that works.
Yes,
It's not a
'cause they're
snail.
liquid.
They're not a snail.
But
They're
they
not
has
liquid.
obviously spent less time on the internet. than the rest
Exactly.
They're
of
not
us.
liquid though. That's the thing.
They have like a gelatinous. They're literally
They
slime.
were semi-solid.
Yeah, no, but they keep themselves like,
Together.
solid.
Yeah, when you drop Jello on the ground, it doesn't go. It still constitutes its shape.
No, I can go splat.
Yeah, you can go splat.
What
Scientifically,
else?
yes.
Technically, anything could literally get all over the place if you just fall high enough.
True.
True.
Technically, humans are slime.
Terminal velocity.
We're just protected by skin.
Thank you, skin. I'm no slime.
I am
What's
not
that creature
muscle
that's like part cow, part?
bovine? That's just a cow.
Yeah, that's like, that's
Seriously,
basically
Apparently that's a creature.
Just go with centaur.
Well, yeah.
No.
Well, technically. Oh, well, that's like the lower half would be.
Horse.
Horse?
I'm not fucking a horse.
Yeah, that's
Loki?
I would not fuck.
I'm
a
not
horse.
Loki. That's one of the things why I'm not Loki.
What about cat people and dog people? I mean, we kind of covered dog people already, but
As long, like, I just don't like cats. I don't vibe with
And
cats.
this is where I go back to sleep.
but
There's nothing wrong with
it's really
this.
just a
What's
person
wrong
with
with
cat
this?
ears and a cat tail.
Bitch, half of the anime community is slopping all over the place over that. They're like, oh my
Yeah.
god, cat ears.
Neckos. Man,
Echo,
they
Echo
go,
Para.
they go hard for that stuff.
Ooh.
Cat Planet cuties.
I guess like see, but I guess here's the dilemma. It's like with any of these, it's like there's like on the meter of like where it's human and not human. How far is it? I guess that really just kind of determines it.
Where would you draw the line?
I would draw the line when this was like the Cats movie. That's what I
Yeah.
That's
That's an
that-
L.
That's a good
You
line.
take that L. No, thank you.
It's a good
You're nice. You can be my friend. Even then, like maybe acquaintance that I see every year once,
That's a good
maybe.
no for me.
Nah, I'd wear blind shades so I don't have to look
That's
at
so
them.
mean. That's so mean.
I guess if
I
they're
give no
anime neck,
fucks.
if they're anime neck, see, but
It's gonna be a little girl. And
this
it's
is
gonna have a chick
problematic
tooth.
because I don't want to talk about the other side of
No.
it. I don't want
That's
to talk about the other side of it.
overgeneralization.
I really don't.
Nah, it's gonna be
Because
a
I don't know if that's podcast appropriate.
Not yet.
But technically, we've already kind of talked about it, right?
Child.
Like
We
in
haven't.
this episode.
If you don't like it, you don't like it. Get over it. Get over
We'll
it.
put 18 plus podcast.
It's already not. Listen, this podcast is already not for kids.
You won't last 5 seconds in this podcast.
Yeah. Gotta get our ads in the right place, you know. You see our ads in Kiss Anime. You'll see them soon.
Yo, new Taku sponsored us.
I mean, I would take it. I would. We haven't talked about vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's technically
okay.
necrophilia.
Technically, they are undead. Right?
As long as they don't smell stinky and fishy. then-
See, but there are variations. Again,
That's
in the
true.
anime that I watched, that
Nah, they're gonna be literally.
they're
like
literally
that
alive.
fish
They're just
covered.
they have these
No,
quirks.
They couldn't grow
Yeah.
hair.
If they were if they were alive but with the vampire quirks, I would say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just kind of be scared, you know. I don't want to lose my blood.
No, but
But
see,
what
but
if it's like a Twilight kind of thing?
well, no, like what if
With
it's
a
no, what if it's like a thing? It's like it's like a
That's
sign.
even
Of,
worse.
it's a romanticized kind of thing, and it's not all the time.
Bro, instead of a hickey bitch, you get mosquito bites. They said,
But like, isn't that very intimate? You're technically keeping them alive.
I guess.
No, but see, but that's the variation that I would deal with. Was it's not a necessity. It's a luxury, and
It's kind of kinky.
see, but what are they just like nibbling?
Most people do.
I think I'm okay. Yeah, I think I'd be okay with vampires.
Vampires are S tier.
You just gotta get rid of garlic from your diet. It's gone forever, bro. Garlic gone. Rip garlic.
That's true. You can't use garlic in anything.
Fuck, bro, no!
You're like, does this have
Garlic's so good, bro. You can't have garlic.
No, you have to have it, and then literally spend like an hour in the bathroom brushing your teeth.
Oh my god.
I'd do it. I'd sacrifice
Bro,
it.
no garlic bread?
No, you could have it, but you'd have to spend a lot of time getting out of your.
No, bro, I can't. No. I'm not. No.
Wow.
Wow. We see where your priorities lie.
What if someone's allergic to garlic,
Yeah,
IRL, and you just like, you like them a lot, you wouldn't date them?
That's too bad.
Ah! There we go.
You're gonna get cursed.
We know your true colors.
Garlic bread.
Ooh, what about nymphs?
No, not my aesthetic.
I
Huh?
don't know what a nymph is.
You wouldn't deal with.
What
you
is
wouldn't deal
truly
like
a
pup?
nymph?
No.
Those mischievous kind of woodland kind of fairies. All right, we're also assuming that they're not like this big. They are human sized.
I mean, wouldn't they just look like people?
With
They
They're
just-
like-
long
They
ears
kind of have like elf ears, I guess.
and some
like-
epic hair.
And wings.
And like tree clothes or like water clothes. I don't even know how like the water nymphs work.
Big Tinkerbell energy, you know. But
Tinkerbell.
besides,
Bell.
you know what I mean.
Ah, Twinkle Bell.
Tinkerbell, honestly.
What do you call him, a twink? Hey, hold the phone.
Am I not wrong though? Anyway, Tinkerbell energy.
Low-key.
Sure.
Okay.
Tinkerbell's kind of thick.
But just like make her
Tinkerbell kind of bad, bro. I don't know.
Peter Pan said,
At least in the original Peter Pan.
Her hip to torso ratio.
yeah, but that's like a product of like Disney.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, look at Jessica
They
Rabbit.
did a good job.
See, magic would be fun.
Magic?
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool, and like you could see you'd like introduce each other to parts of each other's world. Like you'd be like showing them how technology works, and they'd be like teaching you how nature works. I think that'd be a cool relationship dynamic.
I'm
I
Also
kinda dig
you'd
that.
probably be like pranking each other all the time.
Oh yeah, that'd be that kind of relationship.
Ew. It's just a prank, bro.
How about elves?
Discord.
Yes.
Oh,
Those
no?
are easy.
That's just lame.
Ha!
That's just lame.
I'd
But what if they're like the high elves and they got like the weird creepy eyes?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'd deal with it. Just put contacts on.
No, that's terrible. I take you with your eyes.
I'll
What
take
about-
golden eyes, but I can't do pitch black.
Golden eye?
What about mermaids?
No.
And
No.
mermen?
No.
Nah.
No fishy. No
No
fishy
scales.
stinky.
Yeah, their bottom,
Yeah,
like their bottom
yeah,
half's
that's
just.
true.
is
But what if they
fish.
look like what's his name? From
Or are they like Aquaman?
yeah.
Maluma?
So okay, but Atlanteans are probably
They don't have
they're
like.
different than
Yeah.
mermaids.
They don't have fish
and mermen.
tails.
Would you date an Atlantean?
Yes.
They probably still stink.
I take it.
They're
Huh?
not
Like
bubble. No,
Maluma?
they're
I
not
don't think
bubble.
Aquaman. See, they would have mentioned if Aquaman stunk, bro. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he look like.
Let's take DC Universe's Atlanteans then. I would. Mera? Yeah, I think they would.
Yes.
I get to go down into the deeps and they show me like
Very good
Atlantis.
tea.
That'd be kind of
Very
cool.
good tea.
That's
Or
cool.
Aqualad. Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Oh, dwarves?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like
I'm already short. So I think the dynamic would work.
It's a no for me.
Cause like no, like because they're
dwarf woman and dwarf man are different.
Yeah.
they like
Yeah.
and they also like vary in height though, right?
Kinda.
And in thickness. They're not all like
And in thickness.
They're not Fafnir.
they're not all Fafnir, okay?
But predominantly they are Fafnir.
But they're just
You
not.
would want it to be Fafnir.
They're just
What are you
generally
talking about?
Honestly though, Fafnir got the money. Like, I would. I'd be like, money. Money. I got money.
I think I would. Yeah, no, I would. They seem like they have a good time. And drinking,
I don't drink.
Weird.
Bro. Let's try this.
I'd have fun with that.
They drink ale.
And mead.
Ew.
I don't drink. That's try to.
This is just becoming D&D.
Yeah, no, wait, now we're just kind of in the D&D area. I know the D&D creatures are kind of...
No, we're pretty amateur at D&D.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we're...
Yeah, the mimic.
If it was in the human form,
Bro, data shape.
It doesn't even have a human form. It's just an amorphous blob.
well, it can transform.
That could be interesting.
But only into inanimate objects.
It loses composure and just turns into the blob.
A little bit of ugly.
Bro, just date a shapeshifter.
I'm a shapeshifter.
Yeah, you wanna date Loki?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, female
Good.
Loki. There you go.
Yeah, you could.
He could turn into anything, honestly.
Loki is technically anything. Loki is not a man or
Loki
a
is
woman.
both genders.
Loki
Period.
is both genders, yeah.
Non-binary Loki.
He is.
No, there's something for that. I forgot what it's called.
Would you
It's
hook
intersex.
up with a succubus or an incubus?
Yeah.
I would be scared.
You see
Listen,
him die,
but no,
though.
but like if it was truly romantic, if it wasn't.
If they weren't feeding on me.
See, but that's like there's yeah, like the anime where like that I talked about where like everything's kind of like normalized. They're just kind of pseudo-humans. A succubus exists, and she's a teacher. And the thing is, she lets off a pheromone where it's like you're kind of like on edge all the time, you know? And like, I think I'd be okay with that if she genuinely loved me and I loved her. I think I'd be down for that. And when the time did come, it'd be awesome. So
You're in constant Lenny face mode. You know, that's your vibe.
no, yeah, and it'd be cool. Like and like, I'd show her that like I can interact with you without having to deal with that.
Which you kind of still do.
Yeah, but
You'd have to have the ultimate virgin
willpower.
holy Christ energy.
Well, no, you just have to have power, willpower. I think I could do it. I think it'd be worth it. It'd be fun.
I guess. I mean, I wouldn't object. I just don't want to get cronked.
It would kind of suck though, every time, if it's like a normal succubus or incubus, every time you do smash,
Oh, you
you'd be
lose
like,
a little bit of your life
Yeah,
force.
you'd be like kind of,
Like you lose a year.
you'd
and
be
you're
like dying at the end. You're like,
You're like,
you have to like take a day to recover.
But what if at the end, she finds a way to turn you into.
That's not how that works, though.
But what if?
But like, we would have to find new people.
But then you'd be no.
Yes.
Oh wait, do they cancel each other out? Is that how that works?
You can't. You only have to feed on humans. You can't feed on other people, on other incubuses and succubuses.
But then but you're truly still romantic.
Have an open relationship. There you go.
I guess so. I don't know if I'd be willing.
Do it together. There you go.
Oh.
Time to eat.
Literally eating the booty.
Literally.
Oh. Yeah, it depends. I guess what kind of incubus and succubus you're on.
Yeah. Well, a lot of this depends on what type of thing we're talking
Exactly.
about.
Yeah. It's basically how far are you willing to go? That's
Yeah.
basically what it is. A skeleton.
No.
No.
It'd be bones.
I love Bone Gang, but not getting the bone. You know.
Not getting
No.
bone from Bone Gang.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nah. It'd be just hollow. It'd be like
There's nothing
nothing-
there.
Yeah.
It's just bones.
you'd be nibbling on bones.
Ew. I'm not a dog.
Yeah, dog people would. I think be kind of okay with that.
Ew. So nasty.
That's another topic to talk about at another disclosed time.
Matchmaking monsters.
Matchmaking monsters. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That sounds like an anime waiting to happen.
I guess.
Honestly,
But
yeah.
it's pretty much been done in media.
I guess.
Like, I ship vampires with werewolves.
That's dumb.
Then it's like,
Twilight
That's
again?
generic.
Why do we have 2 Twilight references? This is not okay.
Don't you like Twilight?
No.
I mean, like, yeah, it kind of vibed. The books vibed. The movies didn't.
Movies were the best part.
Excuse me, no, they were terrible. Oh my
Ew.
god, Edward, I can't believe that. It's literally the constant energy. It's the constant energy in
I
that
got a
movie.
yikes in the chat.
I think we should end it there.
Yeah.
We got
feeling
an
it?
action chops.
You feeling the after effects?
Ugh.
A little bit of. Is that where we're ending it?
Listen,
Yeah.
Bye.
I'm not gonna say sorry for our degeneracy.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you guys loved it.
Get used to it.
That's
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, I think that'll be it. Look out for some gameplay coming soon. I think by the time this is posted, Pokemon Emerald episode 1 is up, so check it out.
There's a big plot twist. You won't never see it coming.
Yeah, definitely.
See it coming. Exactly.
So, like, comment, subscribe,
Exist. Please.
social medias,
Spread.
email.
Oh, and tell us your ultimate monster, waifu or respondo.
Yeah.
Or what cryptid you'd be into, or your favorite villains.
Doesn't have to be into, just into.
Or it could be both.
Oh yeah, you know. But yeah. Alright guys.
Bye.
Bye.